get started. So welcome everyone. We are happy to have you here with us today. My name is Stephanie Den Hollander, and I am the program coordinator with Community Futures Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Program in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. So just in case for anyone just joining us, we do have an ASL interpreter here with their video pinned, and you can also enable closed captioning if you would like to follow along that way. We'll ask everyone to please have their audio muted in case to avoid any background noise or interruptions. And we do have our program manager, Susan Bader, is here. So I will be facilitating our presentation, and Susan will be available to answer any questions in the chat, or if anyone has anything that they need support with, please just put your question or your need in the chat, and Susan will help navigate that in the background. So I will start this afternoon with a land acknowledgement. So I am joining you all from Manitoba today and want to acknowledge that I am on the ancestral lands and Treaty 1 territory, the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the national homeland of the Red River Métis. I want to acknowledge that for anyone joining us from Saskatchewan today, you have joined us from your treaty territory, and we also acknowledge the traditional homeland of the Métis and honor their contributions. So we've got a PowerPoint presentation to share some information with you about our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities programs and services. And then we'll have an opportunity for an open discussion, questions, comments. You want to bring your scenarios to us and different questions regarding either yourself, or if you're here as a service provider and you're looking to gain information about the services we offer to be able to pass along to people who you're working with through your organization or company, then we can talk about those types of situations as well and how we can be helpful for you. So we will jump right in. Feel free to put questions in the chat and we'll answer them as we go, or we'll certainly cover them at the end of our session. We will also follow up after the session today because a lot of people registered, but sometimes we know not everyone is able to attend live, which is why we're recording it. And then I will send an email to everyone with the link to the recording, with some of the links to the information and applications that we have based on what we shared during our session today. So you'll have our contact information following the session via email as well, using the email address that you registered for this session. Okay, so our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program exists to help entrepreneurs managing a health issue or a disability to be able to start their business in rural Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So here we just like to highlight and showcase some of our entrepreneurs who we have supported in the past to be successful in their business endeavors. So we have Bruce here from North Battleford, Saskatchewan, Vanessa in Tisdale, Saskatchewan, and Michelle in Waldheim, Saskatchewan. And some of our Manitoba entrepreneurs, we've got Katie with Educom, Jeff with JB Small Engine, and Laura with Nickels and Dimes Money Mentoring. So our Community Futures is delivered by 267 independent nonprofits across Canada. And our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program is operating in 90 offices in rural and in 6 urban offices. And we have 13 Community Futures offices in Saskatchewan. And we have 16 offices in Manitoba. And each of our Community Futures offices is managed by a volunteer board of directors. So the services that we provide, we offer one-to-one business consultation, support for business plan development, as well as resources and tools and expert insight, business resources and training, and then also access to repayable loans for viable businesses up to $150,000. So, one service that we have available is our $750 grants. So, we have up to $750 in either business mentoring services or digital marketing services. So, how this works is that as an entrepreneur with your own business, whether you're just starting out or you've had an existing business and you're just looking to enhance what you're offering, if you feel like you want to learn some new skills or improve your skills in a certain area, you can apply for a grant to access $750 to hire a business mentor. So that could be in any type of area of support that you feel you would benefit from, some of that one on one support. We know that YouTube has amazing videos today where you can just Google, look, and watch a video to learn a new skill. But that's not always the most beneficial, especially for an entrepreneur. And you've got, you want to tailor things and target what you're learning to your specific business and your abilities. It can be really helpful to have a one on one mentor to support you to learn that new skill. So that could be maybe you've expanded your business to an e-commerce, having a website for your sales. And so you need to learn, how to navigate that, how to manage that and use it effectively to provide that service to your customers. And so we could connect you, or you could find a mentor in your area who would help you to navigate that, someone who's got experience and is well skilled in that area. And so how it's a win-win is that we like to keep the dollars, the funding in your region, or especially, if there's not someone with that skill in your direct region, but also in your province, so in either Manitoba or Saskatchewan. And so the business owner who you hire to be your mentor benefits because we're able to pay them up to $750 for the service they provide to you through that mentorship. And then you benefit as the entrepreneur by not only learning those new skills, but also strengthening your network as an entrepreneur by meeting somebody new and creating that connection with them. So, and the other service that we have, you can apply for a grant for up to $750 in digital marketing support. So that would be anything like creating a logo, helping to set up your social media pages, starting to work on some website development, anything that would just be a digital asset. So not for printing flyers or posters or anything that would be a physical asset, but digital assets. So really helpful for a new entrepreneur or as you're expanding your business to be able to have that $750 to help you out to access, digital marketing support and services. And again, we look and encourage entrepreneurs to find someone in their region or certainly in their province. If you know someone who has these digital marketing skills who you would like to hire, we pay them directly once you're approved for the grant. And if you need help and support to find someone in your area or in your province who would be a great fit for you, then we can certainly support you with those connections. So you can see the link on the bottom of the screen here to be able to apply. It's a really simple online website application where we're just basically asking for your personal information, your contact information, a little bit about what type of support you're looking for, and then that gets the ball rolling so we can connect with you and follow up. And you'll have support from your local Community Futures office, depending on which area of the province that you live in either Saskatchewan or Manitoba. And not to worry about taking a screenshot or writing this down. We will provide this to you in our email follow-up. And certainly we can put it in the chat for anyone that wants to get going on the link right away. So we do encourage you to apply. If you have questions about this, we can chat as we move through towards the end of our session. So if you don't already, we encourage you to follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram, because we do post new opportunities, any types of new programs that we have available, but also just resources and inspiring tips. And it could be a great way for you to connect with other people in our community. Okay, so one of the exciting programs that we really want to showcase and highlight for you today is called our Business Builder program. So this is all about supporting the launch of new businesses in rural communities. And we love this quote from Rachel. She says, "Don't let your health concerns get in the way of fulfilling your dreams." And that's what the Business Builder program is all about. We want to remove barriers by knowing what some of the challenges you might be facing with regards to your health or a disability related need, to put services and supports and accommodations in place to help remove or eliminate those barriers so that you can move forward in being successful to run your own business. Self-employment is a fantastic opportunity for those who are living with a health condition or a disability because it offers much more flexibility. You can create your own schedule. You can be doing work and offering, services and or products that showcase your skills and abilities, and you can work within your passion with lots more flexibility. So it's a great option, and it's often one that's overlooked as an opportunity. So we'll talk more about that today and give you some examples. But this program, we're able to offer support to 60 entrepreneurs across Manitoba and Saskatchewan. We offer 16 weeks of free business training and we receive support and work closely with our 29 Community Futures offices across both provinces. So we really strive to have an individualized approach and support for each entrepreneur in the program. So just in the interest of time, we're going to highlight some of the areas of supports and offerings that the program has. But again, please just be aware that we do strive to accommodate the needs and the abilities of each entrepreneur as an individual as we are able. So the more that we learn about the entrepreneurs we're working with in the program, the better able we are to really tailor and customize the support that we offer to help them be successful. So we start with our business supports. So we do have, travel dollars. We know living in rural areas across both provinces, you may have, you may live over an hour away from your local community futures office. So to be able to attend meetings, to be working on your business plan, to receive support and services through our offices, we don't want the distance and the cost of fuel to be a barrier. So we do have some funding to support your travel mileage to be able to attend meetings at our offices. We also provide accommodations for disability and or health related needs. This is really important to ensure that everybody has access and the accommodations they need to fully participate in the business training and supports that we have available through the program. So we do have each entrepreneur has the opportunity to go through a vocational assessment with a vocational counselor so that we can learn more about the ways that we can provide support and accommodations. So that will look different for every entrepreneur based on what their needs are. We also have childcare funding during training. I mean, there are incredible parents who have amazing business ideas, and maybe because of the lack of childcare, or maybe you're waiting to start your business until your kids are in school full time. Well, this could create an opportunity for you. If you had funding for childcare, or let's say dependent care, or an aging parent who you're caring for in your home, if a little bit of support to have someone providing care so that you can participate in your business training and develop your business plan to be able to launch your business sooner than you thought you would be able to, then that's a great way that we can, reduce that barrier for you and get started on your business a lot sooner than maybe you thought possible. So we also have supports for mental health counseling for those who maybe have limited access in their area, or have exhausted some of those opportunities through public health and are really looking for some specialized support to meet their mental health needs. Then we do, especially during entrepreneurship, there's a lot. It can feel overwhelming and quite stressful. So we do have the opportunity to offer private mental health and counseling supports for entrepreneurs as they go through the program. We also do offer supports and services and making resource connections for any entrepreneur who is identifying as part of the LGBTQ plus community, who may feel that they're experiencing additional barriers to being able to start their business. We will work with them and connect them with available supports and services in that area as well. And then looking in business plan development. So entrepreneurs in the program work with our community future staff for business plan development, and then as you move into implementing those plans to be able to launch your business. The business training we have is the Build a Better Business program. So this is a 10-module self-directed business training program that's online. So it's great because it is accessible in terms of hours and flexibility. Maybe you're starting, you're not necessarily starting a full-time business and have that kind of time to commit to your business training and your business plan development. But, because you can access and work through those modules at your own pace on your own time, it creates a lot better accessibility for people. We also do offer accommodations for anyone if there are barriers with regards to internet access or technology needs to be able to access the training online. Those are some of the things that we work through as you're going through the assessment process as well, just to make sure that that's not a barrier for people. Then we have our business incubator program. And that is a group training program that's online and it's for 6 weeks with one session per week, about an hour and a half per session. And that's really, the opportunity where you've done all this work developing your business plan, completing those 10 modules of that, business 101, all of those foundational components to starting a business. And now you're ready to move into activating that to be able to launch your business. And that can be, a really tough part of actually just making those action plans. What are your 30-day, 60-day, 90-day goals to set to get you ready to actually launch your business? And what's great about the group is that you're coming together with a group of entrepreneurs who are in the Business Builder program. So they're all at a similar stage of getting ready to launch their business. You can share ideas with each other. You're working directly with a facilitator who's coaching you on being ready to launch your business. There's one-on-one business coaching support available through them to enhance what you're already doing and receiving support through our Community Futures offices. But it's all about, activating and that action phase of starting your business. And we can't do that without empowerment, some support, but also a little bit of accountability to make sure that we keep on moving forward to be successful. So that's a wonderful opportunity that we offer through this program as well. And then, of course, the ultimate goal is that you're launching your business. So entrepreneurs receive support from their Community Futures office and our program to launch their business. And of course, we are always available then for ongoing aftercare. So once someone finishes the Business Builder program, launches their business, it doesn't mean that's it. No, we're always available to provide support, resources. Maybe you want to evolve and adapt something in your business or something changes. Our offices are always here available for support. So when we're really thinking about the ideal entrepreneurs who are a great fit to start in the Business Builder program, because there's lots of different stages of entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurs for this program are going to be ready to launch their business within 6 months. So it's a fairly short timeline. So it's really for those who have a solid business idea, who've maybe worked through some of the components of planning and market research and things like that, and who are ready to really move forward with their plans. Entrepreneurs are going to be looking for support and business training to become self-employed. Now, this is kind of unique because we do have a lot of applications and we've got people actively in the program right now who had an existing business. So if you kind of have a business or a little hobby, side hustle, and you're looking to grow it or expand it, then you could be a great fit for Business Builder. So it's not just for people who have not, for a brand new business. It can be for those brand new businesses, but it can also be for someone who has an existing business or who maybe feels like you jumped in. You had a great business idea, you're super passionate about it, you launched your business, but now you're feeling like you're struggling in a few areas, maybe with bookkeeping or your marketing strategy. And maybe you started your business without a formal business plan. And that's totally okay because we could be a great resource for you, and the Business Builder program could be a perfect fit to kind of like take that step back and build a solid foundation for your business, which could include our business training, that group support training program, and beyond, and developing your business plan. So there's lots of different scenarios where this could be a great fit. So don't feel like there's no scenario that there's not worth asking. And of course, if someone submits an application, we'll follow up with you to learn more about your circumstances and help make connections. If Business Builder is not the best fit right now for you, then we'll definitely customize and offer supports and services that are a good fit once we get to know more about your situation. But if you've been operating a business for 20 years and you could maybe be one of the facilitators of our business training because you've got that level of expertise, then maybe Business Builder isn't the best fit for you. But we'll learn more about what you're looking for in terms of support for your business and see how we can support you. And then the last thing is that entrepreneurs will self declare as a person with a health condition or a disability. So, our program specializes in offering support to entrepreneurs living with a disability or a health condition. That's the area of expertise that I have and I bring as the program coordinator, and Susan as the program manager. We work alongside our Community Futures offices, who are the business experts, and we offer the support coming together as a team to help you with any accommodations or support needs related to your health and disability needs. And so, because of that, we just obviously we're a funded program specializing in these supports for people. And what that self declaration means is that you're just checking a box to say, yes, I am a rural entrepreneur living with a disability or a health condition. And so we don't require a 7-page, medical referral from your doctor or any of those kind of things. You're really self-declaring what you choose to share with us through the vocational assessment process is totally your choice. And the more you share, it's really from that positive perspective that the more we learn about you and your needs, the better able we are to help you with accommodations, supports, and connecting you to other resources that might be beneficial for you, both in your business, but also in life. But again, it's always up to what you're comfortable sharing. And a health condition or a disability is a very broad spectrum. So we get this question a lot. So it could be anything that you feel you need to do when you wake up in the morning to manage your day, to manage your health and your routines. It can be anything from someone living with ADHD to anxiety, depression, other mental health needs. You have a mobility need. Maybe you have vision needs, or you're living with hearing loss, or you are deaf. It could be any type of, you could be a cancer survivor and having some long term effects of some of your treatment that impact your day. You could be living with an acquired brain injury. So it's a very broad spectrum, even living with diabetes, anything that you need to do to manage your health certainly would be a consideration that we would offer support and resources for so that you're successful in starting your business. So just an example, we've got, a few scenarios of how we can create opportunities for people. And so we'll just kind of share with you, we'll introduce you to Clint. So Clint has a passion for health, and he completed his training to become a certified yoga teacher. He's casually started, teaching yoga classes for seniors at his local community center. He's ready to formalize his yoga teaching practice and develop his business plan to provide restorative yoga for seniors and officially launch his business this year. So it's creating an opportunity for self-employment for him, increasing his financial independence, a positive impact in the community because many people are going to benefit from his restorative yoga practice and their health journey, and then a great positive impact on the local economy. Another example is Kayla. Kayla is a young mother of two. She enjoys coffee, connecting with other people. She started a coffee and chat group that meets twice per week in her community. Everybody loves her snacks and treats. And as this group continues to grow with an increased demand for more, Kayla has decided to open her own coffee shop in town. She's ready to develop her formal business plan, complete her business training, and launch her business this year. So there's that opportunity for self-employment, great impact on the community, bringing people together through connection, and then a positive impact on the community and economically. And then lastly, we have Brent. Brent is a mechanic with 20 years experience. He's been off work due to a health condition. He's ready to start working again, but he wants better control of his working hours so he can manage his health condition, and he wants to open up his own shop. So again, this really reinforces and highlights how self-employment can be a wonderful opportunity for people living with disabilities and health conditions. Because especially certain industries, as much as we always support and encourage employers to be accommodating to their employees' needs, and that falls under, what their health needs are. It's not always possible. Employers don't always have the type of flexibility to be able to meet the needs that you may have as a result of your health condition. So just because of industry standards, expectations, the type of work required, it might just be a challenge for them to accommodate. So Brent opening up his own shop, he can set his hours, communicate that to his customers. He has control over the type of work that he takes on, so that he's ensuring that he's only taking on work that fits within his current abilities and is not going to compromise his health and well-being. And so he's got better control over that. So Brent's ready to develop his formal business plan and launch his business in 2024. Self-employment, great opportunity, positive impact on the community, and then also a beneficial economic impact in the region. So entrepreneurs in the Business Builder program, learning new business skills, having access to support services, and especially for those of us living rurally, we don't always know what services and supports are available. Sometimes we're just innovators and we just get stuff done and we don't even realize what might be available to us. So we're finding that a lot. The more entrepreneurs we're working with, the better able we are to meet their unique needs and offer more services in rural areas, which is fantastic. We're bringing new businesses to the community and contributing to our local economy. So as you've learned more about this Business Builder program, just think about who can benefit from this program in your community. Think about, a friend or a neighbor who who's been selling an amazing product at a local farmer's market, who might be interested to, expand their business, but it's felt overwhelming for them and they maybe weren't aware of the supports and services through Community Futures and our EDP program that could help them be successful in getting started. If you're here today to learn about this opportunity for yourself as a new entrepreneur or as an entrepreneur who's maybe looking to enhance their business and the supports available, or if you're a service provider who's providing supports to clients and want to share this opportunity for self-employment with people who you're working with, start thinking about those people who would benefit and offer this. And when we send the email following today's session, you can forward the links to them, connect them with me so that we can, start having those courageous conversations about these opportunities available to people. Because that's how it happens. When we bridge that gap and create those connections, that's where the magic happens. So what's next? That's a lot of information to share. And so if you're interested and you feel like this is a good fit for you, I encourage you, again, we'll send the links in the email, but you can check out edpbusiness.ca/businessbuilder. And it's a very simple online application form for the program as well. Similar to our 750 grant application, we're just looking for your personal contact information so we can get in touch with you. You'll do the self-declaration that you're a rural entrepreneur living with a disability or health condition. You'll provide consent for us to contact you and, tell us a little bit about your business idea, and then we'll connect you with your local Community Futures office so we can learn more about your business idea. And then if this is a good fit for you, then we'll move you through our intake process and get you started. If you are in Saskatchewan, you can check out the direct link on our Community Futures website, cfsask.ca/EDP. In Manitoba, we are cfmanitoba.ca/EDP. And as you've learned, Community Futures is an organization providing support to rural entrepreneurs. So if you're joining us today and you happen to live in Winnipeg or Regina or Saskatoon, those are considered urban areas. And so if you're looking to start and operate a business in an urban area, so either in Winnipeg, Regina, or Saskatoon, not to worry, there are supports available to you. In Winnipeg, it's EDP Winnipeg, and we've got the website here. We'll also provide this information to anyone who is looking for that follow-up and in our follow-up email. But you can check out edpwinnipeg.com to learn more about the services that they offer in Winnipeg. And in Regina and Saskatoon, it's edpsask.ca. And you'll see the options there. If you live in Regina, they've got their contact information. If you are in Saskatoon, they've got contact information. And then, of course, under rural Saskatchewan, that is us here with our Community Futures EDP program. So again, if you want to contact, you'll have my email when I send it out this afternoon, but you'll have Susan's email address here as our program manager, and myself, again, Stephanie Den Hollander, as our program coordinator. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. If you have questions, if you're a service provider and before you refer a client to the program and you want to kind of learn a bit more to see if it's a good fit, build that connection with us, we'll absolutely connect with you and discuss that further. If you are an entrepreneur and you're wanting to learn more and see if this is a good fit and maybe have some questions that you want to take outside of this session discussion time, then feel free to reach out to us and we will set up a time to connect with you. Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing, bring us back to the larger group, and open up if we have any questions in the chat that we want to discuss, or if anyone wants to ask a question or bring something to the group and unmute yourself, you're welcome to do that as well.
I have a couple of questions. My name's Shelley. I'm living in the Yorkton area. Both me and my 18-year-old son are on the spectrum and ADHD. So I have a business idea that I want to go forward with, but my son, he's just trying to figure out, he has kind of an idea, but he's needing more support. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, who do I talk to? How do I book? Kind of information like that.
Great. Thanks, Shelley. Good question. So I think the best place to start would be if you want to submit an application for yourself, then that gets us your contact info and we can follow up with you and the office, the Community Futures office there in Yorkton. And then for your son, it could be the same thing. It's a good starting point. When your application comes in and we review it, the office connects with you to kind of learn more and talk about your business idea. So for your son, if he's sort of in that early stages of his business idea and planning and wants to see if it, is a viable idea, then that's a great place to start, is just having that initial conversation and meeting with our local Community Futures office there. And then we'll kind of plan for next steps and the right fit for services. So even if Business Builder, let's say for your son, might not be the right fit right now because he might be a little bit, having a longer timeline to launch his business, then they would be able to offer support and resources to him to help him continue moving forward at the pace that he's at.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll do the applications. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Shelley. I'll just have a look here. Is there anything in the chat? Probably Susan was answering them as we went along, but Susan, feel free to chime in if there's anything that you want to bring to the group for a discussion while we're here.
I think maybe if you just want to review a bit more about what dependent care means, I think there's a bit of confusion around, or just need some elaboration around that, please.
Sure, perfect. So any support that we have for funding around childcare or dependent care, so that would be, as the entrepreneur, if you have children who you would benefit, they require care and you don't have another source of care, like they're not attending a daycare, you need some additional support so that you can complete your business training. So that would be over the 16 weeks of the online training and then your group training, that you can hire a private, consultant, care provider. It also could be for if you have, some entrepreneurs may have an adult child who requires care living with them, or let's say an aging parent or relative who you provide care for. So that's kind of the umbrella of what that could cover. We do, if you're approved for that funding support, then we provide invoicing information to the care provider, and they would invoice us for the care that they provided, and we pay them directly. So it wouldn't be funding going directly to the entrepreneur to pay for the childcare. We would, confirm the approved amount of funding and then pay the care provider directly. And that would be over the 16 weeks of your business training. If anyone has a more specific question related to that, feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself. But again, each individual circumstance, and as an entrepreneur is going through the Business Builder program, we clearly outline all of the funding and supports that we offer. We have an agreement that we review and sign with each entrepreneur, and then they get started in the program. So all of those different elements would be very clear and discussed thoroughly with each entrepreneur once you're accepted into the program.
Sandra's asked a question, is there any age requirements or specifics around that? And I'm unclear whether that was related to dependent care or the program.
So we can answer both. So for the program, the Business Builder program is open and available to anyone, like starting from youth age 15 and up. So anyone over the 15 and older. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Sandra, for the program. Absolutely. And there aren't really age requirements or specific regarding the dependent care and child care, because of course it could also be an older adult or family member that you're caring for, or it could be a child. Yes, Shelley, you've got a question.
I do. Would this training be allowable when you're on employment insurance?
Oh, great question. So for anyone who is currently receiving employment insurance, that is one of the areas that, because we are a program funded by the federal government through the Opportunities Fund for People with Disabilities. So being on employment insurance could be a barrier to eligibility because you are being funded through the federal government on EI. But and also if you've been on EI within the past 5 years, but sometimes there are, we still accept your application and we would still submit it and then see if there is any opportunity to explore that with the federal
Thank you.
government.
Maybe I'll just add, Shelley, if you can connect with us, we can also connect you to the self-employment program. So that's specifically for people who have an open EI claim. And sometimes actually you can access better benefits through that program. So just feel free to connect with us and then we'll figure out which is the best program or provide you with all the options.
Great. Thanks, Shelley. I also see a question here. If someone is on CPP disability benefits, are you still eligible? Great question. Thank you, Jackie. So yes, you are still eligible for the Business Builder program if you are receiving CPP disability. The only thing that we would caution, and in our intake form, we do gather information from anyone if you're on any type of disability benefit, whether that be provincially, for the Manitoba Enhanced Supports for People with Disabilities, or in Saskatchewan, the SED benefits program, or if you're on private employer long-term disability benefits or CPP disability. We're just careful that we're working closely with your case manager and ensuring we don't want to compromise anyone's benefits. So if you're receiving any type of funding for supports or support for living expenses, childcare, any of that, we want to make sure that we have open communication and sort of pre-approval through your benefit provider to make sure that you're not at risk of losing your benefits, right? Because you have to weigh the big picture. If you're on long-term disability benefits versus gaining some financial supports during the 16 weeks of training, you want to make sure that you're making an informed decision there. That doesn't mean you wouldn't be eligible to participate and complete all of the elements of the business plan development and our 16 weeks of business training. It just means that you might not you want to receive some of the funding supports that we have available if it might put your benefits at risk. But you could still go through the program and move towards launching your business. Yes. Perfect. So about people who are like on community living disability services, yes, so same thing. They would be eligible for the self-employment and the business builder program, but we would just, those who are supported through community living disability services here in Manitoba, likely similar in Saskatchewan, is that you would just want to make sure that we're not impacting anything regarding funding and the financial benefits, but people can still participate and complete our business training, have support to complete their business plan, and then successfully launch their business.
Stephanie, there was a question there about EI and caregiver benefits.
Yes, I was going to say Karen's question. Yeah, so Susan, can you speak to that in regarding temporary benefits for
For
EI?
sure. So, I mean, we would look at any situation. So my understanding is we would, if you're on any type of EI, we would direct you to the self-employment program. So that's a specific program connected with EI and it allows you to stay on benefits while you're taking training and while you're starting your business. So at any time, we're gonna, you're gonna come to us. We're gonna let you know whatever program is gonna be the best fit for you. Because there are a range of programs and as we know, lots of federal and provincial government programs change, and we try to keep up to date with that. So we'd always give you all of the options that are available.
Great, thank you. And again, sometimes it's us learning, some people are connected to different organizations as well. And so they could benefit from different programs and different supports. So sometimes we try to look at the big picture and plan a timeline so that people can maximize on the supports that are available, but making sure that we're aligned with, all program requirements and all of that. But we want you to maximize on what all is available to you as well. So sometimes we try to plan that out to make sure that you can access all of the programs and services available.
One other note I'll just make is that if there's any deaf entrepreneurs that are interested in starting their business and wanting to access any of the training, we would provide American Sign Language interpreters for any of the training and any of the meetings, anytime when you needed to connect with our staff or connect related to the program, we would cover all those costs.
Great. Okay. If there aren't any further questions or areas to bring forward for discussion, we will, as mentioned, we'll follow up with you with all of the links and information, as well as the link to the recording that you can share with other people. And you can absolutely follow up with us if you have more questions or think of something afterwards. We really appreciate you sharing this opportunity with, your wheels are turning and you're thinking about people who might benefit from this program or just the other services that we have available at Community Futures and through our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program. So we appreciate you sharing that with other people and just creating more opportunities for people in our communities. So thank you so much for your time and being here today. And as always, reach out. We appreciate you being here and look forward to continuing to work with many of you and create stronger connections and starting new business. And thanks very much to our interpreter, Emily, today, and Susan for helping and navigating the chat and answering questions. And we'll definitely look forward to following up. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Take care.
Thanks, Emily. Take care. Bye-bye.